Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. And this watch is the reference 2050-07 IWC Romana Perpetual Calendar in platinum, a model that was launched in 1994 in several metals. The example here with gray dial and platinum case is one of the scarcest, and it was in its day one of the absolute thinnest perpetual calendars in the world, a movement based on the Jaeger-LeCoultre 849 with the Kurt Klaus perpetual calendar system that was only 3.15 millimeters thick, and this is not a big watch. I measure it at about 36 millimeters in diameter, 35.8 to be absolutely precise. It's only 6.1 millimeters thick, 41.9 lug tip to lug tip with an 18 millimeter spacing between the lugs. Now when you throw this on my wrist, you can see this is one of the great hidden gems of IWC's modern history. I think there are some brands like Jaeger-LeCoultre, IWC, Grand Seiko, I would also say Omega, Rolex, big brands with big histories where you find these little undiscovered gems periodically, and it rejuvenates your passion for the brand because it's almost like finding a Christmas present that you missed on Christmas Day in June. It's like the joy rushes back. And you can see that this watch is classically sized and proportioned, wearing easily on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist. It is super flat. If you can't fit this underneath your cuff, you're wearing handcuffs, man. The watch is easily unisex and suitable for any wrist size. Taking a look at the strap, you can see it's large, rectangular, symmetrical scale alligator leather. It is a modern IWC factory strap. Calfskin on the bottom, no crimping, no gouging. A very expensive cut of the animal. Super large, rectangular, and symmetrical scales. Gloss finish in black. You can see it's got a sheer cut side with lacquering for refinement. It's got a matching platinum pin buckle. What's fascinating here is just how well preserved it is. Look at the case back marks. Look at the hallmarks. Do you see how deep and well defined they are? This is the calling card of a beautifully preserved watch. Look at the individual screws on the case back. Are any of them distended, rounded off, or boogered? No, not at all. Take a look at the buckle here. You can see this is very much a mid-90s IWC because the hallmark on the buckle predates the hallmark on the case. This is like August, I want to say it's August 1st, 1995 and later, and this is before that midsummer of 1995, the previous hallmark for platinum in Switzerland. The case is beautifully made. You can see the lugs are welded right on. That's an old school, laborious, slow going way to build a case, but it's all the way and without any reservations. They treated this like a super premium assignment, and they went with manually welded lugs on this case because it is that special. Now you can see something else that's very traditional here, an unbranded crown. Yes, even before the fish. And this is a crown that A, indicates it's probably the original on the watch, and B, that you should assume water resistance here is no more than dust or moisture. I would not subject it to any kind of immersion or even rain or splashing. This is a dress watch par excellence, but it also requires a little bit of discretion in terms of how it's worn. Now, if you look very carefully, I do believe this crown is made of white gold, and I believe it's that way from the factory. It's a slightly warmer tone than the case. We have a very simple cylindrical case with a bit of an inward step to the bezel. It's a conical bezel profile. The dial is gray, not silver, so it has a nice subtle power to it. We have these lovely blue foil or leaf-style hands, and then we've got these little broadsword hands for the sub-registers. We have stylized Roman numerals, including a watchmaker's 4. You can see that each of the sunken registers features an azurage or concentric pattern. And if you look carefully, you can see that the moon phase is actually on a disc of aventurine glass. So this was one of the world's thinnest perpetual calendars in the time of its manufacture. Part of the reason for that is that it uses a JLC base caliber, the 849, that's only 1.85 millimeters thick. Now, at the time this watch was made, IWC and JLC were part of the same company. They were owned by VDO, the German instrument maker. And so IWC and Jaeger-LeCoultre often traded technologies, JLC using IWC's Perpetual Calendar and IWC often using JLC base movements. So the 849 is used here. 849 is a manual wind movement that's very thin. It has a 3 Hz beat rate. It has a power reserve of 36 hours. And when the IWC Kurt Klaus Perpetual Calendar system is added to the top, the entire assembly is 3.15 millimeters. Now, the Kurt Klaus system on a conventional IWC of conventional thickness would use a crown quickset. Here we use a pusher adjuster, and the reason is quite simply to keep everything very thin. So it's a sequentially programmed perpetual calendar, so as you adjust the date, the day, the month, the moon phase, even the year and the decade advance. And it's very important when you buy one of these, either the JLC version with a pusher adjuster or this version of the IWC calendar on an IWC, you want to make sure that the year displayed is at least close to the current one, because each push advances the calendar 1 day, and with 365 days in a year, things can get out of hand quickly if these have been sitting for years untended. So you can see this is right up to the minute. The year 2026, no problems. So it's a 36-hour power reserve. The base movement is 19 joules, but when you add the Kurt Klaus module, it's 35 joules in total. It's a bit of a weird reference. I believe it's called the reference 18561 movement, but it's JLC 849 with the Kurt Klaus Perpetual. And it's a nice, weighty little watch for its size with a solid case back, particularly in platinum. It sneaks up on you with the heft it boasts. And just to clarify one more time, if you've never heard of the Kurt Klaus Perpetual Calendar, IWC watchmaker Kurt Klaus created it in the mid-80s. And the idea is when you start adjusting the date, everything else moves in sync. So all you need to do is get the correct date. You don't need to look up the date, month, year, decade, and moon phase. All of that moves properly in sync. You'll never have to look up the moon phase or set it in particular. So if you love this watch, reach out to Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase and pricing details of a hidden gem from modern IWC history. Frankly, with the Kurt Klaus system, a JLC base, a platinum case, and exquisite proportions, this can go toe-to-toe with Holy Trinity, not just the likes of IWC's usual rivals. Again, reach out to Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.